everyone, welcome to IAS Darshana. I hope you all are doing very well. So, without wasting any of our time, let's move to the topics of the day. Today's topic is Indian Coast Guard inducts its first pollution control vessel, Yard 1267 Samudra Pratap, constructed at Goa Shipyard Limited. The Indian Coast Guard inducted the first inbuilt pollution control vessel, Samudra Pratap, Yard 1267, on 23rd December 2025 under the 02 PCV project of Goa Shipyard Limited. With over 60% indigenous content, the induction of this ship reinforces the vision of government's Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India initiatives. Samudra Pratap is the first indigenously designed and built pollution control vessel of the Indian Coast Guard. It is the largest ship in the ICG fleet, significantly enhancing the Coast Guard's operational reach and capability, measuring 114.5 meters in length and 16.5 meters in breadth. With the displacement of 4,170 tons, the vessel is equipped with state-of-the-art technology, including a 30 mm CRN 91 gun, two 12.7 mm stabilized remote controlled guns with integrated fire control system, an indigenously developed integrated bridge system, integrated platform management system, automated power management system, and a high capacity external firefighting system. The PC vessel is the first Indian Coast Guard ship to be equipped with dynamic positioning capability with FIFI-2 or FFV-2 notation certificate. It is equipped with advanced system to detect oil spills, that is oil fingerprinting machine, gyro stabilized standoff active chemical detector, and PC lab equipment enabling comprehensive pollution response operations within the exclusive economic zone and beyond. It is capable of high precision operations, recover pollutants from viscous oil, analyze contaminants, and separate oil from contaminated water. The induction ceremony was graced by DIG VK Parmar, PD ICG, Shri Brajesh Kumar Upadhyay, Chairman and Managing Director, GSL, and other senior officials from ICG and GSL. The second topic for the day is Center will protect entire Aravallis, no mining leases, protected zone to be expanded. In a major step towards conservation and protection of the entire Aravalli range stretching from Delhi to Gujarat from illegal mining, the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has issued directions to the states for a ban on the grant of new mining leases in the Aravallis. This prohibition applies uniformly across the entire landscape and is intended to preserve the integrity of the range. The directions are aimed to safeguarding the Aravallis as a continuous geological ridge extending from Gujarat to the National Capital Region and yet stopping all unregulated mining activities. Further, the MOEF and CC has also directed Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education to identify additional areas or zones in the entire Aravallis where mining should be prohibited over and above the areas already prohibited for mining for the center based on ecological, geological and landscape level consideration. ICFRE has been directed to undertake this exercise while preparing a comprehensive science-based management plan for sustainable mining for the entire Aravalli region. The plan, which will be placed in the public domain for wide stakeholder consultation, will assess the cumulative environmental impact and ecological carrying capacity, identify ecologically sensitive and conservation critical areas, and lay down measures for restoration and rehabilitation. This exercise by the center would further enlarge the coverage of the areas protected and prohibited from mining in the entire Aravallis, keeping in mind the local topography, ecology and biodiversity. The center has also directed that for the mines already in operation, the state governments concerned shall ensure strict compliance with all environmental safeguards and in conformity with the Supreme Court's order. Ongoing mining activities are to be regulated stringently with additional restrictions to ensure environmental protection and adherence to sustainable mining practices. The Government of India stands fully committed towards long-term protection of the Aravalli ecosystem, recognizing its critical role in preventing desertification, conserving biodiversity, recharging aquifers, and environmental services for the region. NHAI receives SEBI approval for Rajmarg Infra Investment Trust as a public InvIT. Strengthening its asset monetization program, NHAI sponsored Rajmarg Infra Investment Trust, which is RIIT, has received approval from the Securities Exchange Board of India, which is SEBI, as an infrastructure investment trust, which is InvIT. The public InvIT aims to unlock monetization potential of the national highway assets while creating a high quality long-term investment instrument primarily targeting retail and domestic investors. The initiative marks an important step in broadening public participation in the national highway infrastructure growth story. Earlier, NHAI had incorporated MS Rajmar Infra Investment Managers Private Limited as an investment manager for the Rajmarg Infra Investment Trust. RIIMPL has been established as a collaborative venture with equity participation from leading banks and financial institutions including State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, NABFID, Axis Bank, Bajaj Finserv Ventures Limited, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, IDBI Bank, Indus India Bank and Yes Bank. Shri NRVVMK Rajendra Kumar, member NHAI, shall be the managing director and CEO of the investment manager company. Commenting on SEBI's approval for the Rajmarg Infra Investment Trust, NHAI Chairman Shri Santosh Kumar Yadav said, the SEBI approval for RIIT represents a significant milestone in expanding public participation in India's national highway infrastructure growth. The senior leadership team at Rajmarg Infra Investment Managers Private Limited comprises of highly experienced and accomplished professionals well positioned to take this initiative forward and create meaningful long-term investment opportunities for the public. This development represents an important step towards achieving NHAI's asset monetization objectives while further strengthening country's national highway network. RIIT will deepen public participation and play a pivotal role in accelerating the development of a robust national highway network across the country by enabling domestic retail investors to participate in national infrastructure development. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.